Sonja Shaw is with us, president of the Chino Valley Unified School District Board. Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they do, right? They want to shut us down quickly. We've already implemented this policy and it's already been very successful with notifying parents. And they knew that was happening. They knew other boards were going to be adopting this policy. We have a handful already, and they're just trying to push this through quicker to get the way that they want and to dictate what they want us to do, push parents out of the picture of their child's life.
All right, let's look at this. And I thought it was interesting. I want to see if we can put back up on the screen what exactly the judge said, because it was interesting. He said they're singling out a protected class to be treated differently. And I'm wondering if protected class differently than the rest of the students. So what is the standard for other students? If other students get D's and F's, or if they get into a fight in the cafeteria, are their parents notified?
Thank you. Yes, they are. So pretty much you have Bonta stating what parents can and cannot be notified of and picking and choosing. It's absolutely insane, and there's no common sense to what he's saying.
Okay, so this is a lawsuit that was brought by the state attorney general and the state superintendent, who was the guy who came and protested at the school board meeting that we first had you on for. He's running for governor, so there's a political component to this. Who's going to pay, and I'm fascinated by this, for all the lawyers, because the state's got unlimited money, the school district's got money to either spend on students or on legal fees. Who pays for all this?
Obviously, the taxpayers. They're the ones paying for it because, you know, we have criminals walking free, but Bonta thinks it's important to send the message that parents shouldn't be involved in their kids' lives. Right now, I do want to say that, fortunately, we have a lot of amazing people that want to donate to our district's funds for the lawyer fees. So I think we're going to be okay as far as financially, stable with this lawsuit. Now, where I do want people to focus on is, why is he wasting our taxpayer dollars when we have crime in the uprise and we have homelessness through the roof, and yet here he is telling parents, you're not allowed to be part of your child's life with certain issues.
All right, do we have any, let's be fair about this. CDC report on kids being something other than heterosexual, change in sexuality among high school students 14 to 18. 1 in 4 now say they are something other than straight, which is up substantially from 1 in 10 in 2015. We're having a doubling there. Lawsuit filed against Chino Valley schools. The parental notification policy, which has been proposed by a handful of conservative-leaning districts in California, puts transgender and gender nonconforming students in danger of imminent, irreparable harm by potentially outing them at home before they're ready. This puts teachers and the schools sort of ahead of parents, right? The flip side of this, and I wonder about this, if a student comes to a counselor and says, look, I'm having trouble with either whether I like boys or whether I like girls or who I identify as, whatever it be, and says, I'm really worried that my family is not going to accept me, they're going to throw me out, they're going to harm me in some way, and we've seen this happen. Who are they to talk to confidentially if it's not somebody at school?
But that's the thing. If they go and tell the counselors, first of all, counselors, there is a confidential agreement. This policy doesn't supersede the law on counselors. Now, if the counselors involved...
I just want to be clear about this. Sorry to interrupt, but I want to be clear about this. This policy doesn't apply to counselors. So if a student comes to a counselor and says, I've got a problem, they don't have to notify the parents.
No, I think it's the age of 12 and up, then absolutely not, because there's that confidentiality part. And it clearly states that in the policy that the law supersedes us notifying the parent. Now, if a child is saying they're in danger, we are mandated reporters. We have to report that, whether you're a counselor, whether you're a teacher or admin. And we never put the stress of the teacher having to have these conversations with the parents. This is on the admin. This is on our staff to have these conversations with our parents. So technically, if a child says they're in danger, we have a process to have that go through, get the child to safety.
Got it. Well, as we predicted, the fight will continue. We're always grateful you're willing to come on and discuss it. The invitation is open to the other side, although they have continued to decline. We'll see you soon. Yeah. Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to subscribe. Click the red button to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.